What's up, everybody, to the Sport Aces podcast here. This is Chris Ortega here, live and direct. My boys, Tom Butcherfero and Anthony Conti is not with us today, but you'll see them here soon. Man, we have a special guest here. Y'all seen her before, previously. Last time you seen her, she was hyping herself up because she thought the Ravens was going to go far. But
Lord.
unfortunately, they blew it like they always do. Then she had the nerve to troll the Cavs, and her team is on the brink of Knicks at five.
Listen,
You
listen. I'll
know,
believe it when I see it. I'm delusional. I'll believe Knicks in 5 when I see it tonight.
okay. I respect it. I respect it. I ain't gonna let you know crazy.
I'm not expecting it. Maybe Jalen will have a Kobe Bryant game. We'll see. Okay? I'm still hurt about JT. I wish him nothing but a speedy recovery, but that really hurt me. I was crying when I got that notification. As a Celtics fan, I was crying when I heard, oh, he broke his ACL. I was like, no,
It was
not my
Achilles.
boy.
Achilles.
Achilles. I was hurt. I
Yeah,
was hurt.
I seen that. Like watching it, it was just like, damn.
And he
Like
was
I
having a
forgot
good
about that.
game.
He was getting buckets, and he's
44,
just
44
sitting there
points.
like, damn, getting buckets, and then you get
And
hurt.
then that happens. It's just injuries suck because it really takes out the best of us. You know, it took Kyrie out. It took a lot of good people out. It's sad. It's really sad.
Well, in other news, Knicks at five.
No,
Okay.
we ain't doing
all
that Knicks in 5. I'm delusional. I believe it when I see it.
right,
I believe it when I see it.
all right, Celtic fan. All right. My Cavs, no, we lost at five.
Listen, I was not expecting y'all to lose like that.
I owe
I was not
someone
expecting y'all to lose like that last night. I was watching that. I was like, wait a minute. They tied the game up and then they made it. Listen, Donovan, amazing player, but he lost a lot of good free throws that could have tied that game.
I think at that point, Donovan Mitchell was tired. Like he playing through an injury.
Yeah.
Like nobody's stepping up. First of all, I need Max Schutz to come to the fucking table
Please do.
because
Come up.
who
He
the
don't want
fuck
to jump you.
who the fuck initiated you to be the guy to initiate the fucking group text or the group meeting? Like, hey man, we need y'all to show up. Well, where the fuck was your ass at?
This
Oh
is how
and
many points he
fucking
got, y'all.
nine. Oh
He
and
didn't get none.
fucking nine. Oh for
That man
nine.
trash. Listen, after he did that, he made that group chat. I feel like it was a great message, but the wrong sender. That's all I'm saying.
I
When I saw
need
how bad he was
that.
playing, I said, "Oh, I feel bad for all the parlays that people put on him. I feel so bad.
Oh, he don't
I
touch
feel
my
bad."
parlays. He don't touch my parlays too much. Nah, cause like we need to trade people. Todd Jerome, get the fuck out of here. Jared Allen, these lights
Bye.
might be a bit too bright for you here in Cleveland. Get the
Exactly. Go
fuck
somewhere.
out of here.
Go to
Uh,
Charlotte. Don't come to Cleveland.
that shit, that yo, low key,
That
that
pissed
shit
me
hurt
off.
my heart. That shit hurt my heart. Like, and then like Halliburton, like really, like this is why I need the Knicks or like the Celtics surprise us. But I need somebody to humble Halliburton, man. I'm a
You're
hater
not
right
paying
now.
Hallie?
I'm a hater right
Can
now.
I be real? Can I be real about something? I blame his win on people like you because he heard what y'all said about him. He heard y'all saying, "Oh, he's lame, he's corny, he's overrated." He said y'all said all those things, and he said, "I bet," and eliminated y'all favorites. He got something to prove. Now, if he makes it to the finals, as much as I'm a hater, I've always been a fan of Halliburton. I always wanted to see him grow. I didn't think it would be with the Pacers. If they make it to the finals, I wouldn't even be mad at that. I wouldn't even be mad at that. He has something to prove to everybody who voted him most
Fuck
overrated.
that. He go to the finals. I know who's gonna be waiting for his ass
Who
to
gonna be waiting for him?
get him the fuck out of here. My boy
Who?
Ant Man, fuck
You
out of
think?
here.
Wait, you think it's
Ant,
pause? You think the Timberwolves gonna make it to the finals? That would
hell
be
yeah.
families though.
Hell yeah. Because
Over OKC?
first of all, OKC is struggling with a Nuggets team.
Yes.
That like they struggling with the Nuggets. If they go game seven with the Nuggets, they're not gonna be ready for the Timberwolves that's gonna be well rested already.
Yeah, they
But
are. Yeah, because the way they did the Warriors, here's my thing. If Steph Curry plays tonight and somehow Steph Curry turns into prime Steph Curry and forces 7 games.
Well, it's reports that he might not play tonight.
Did they say that he's gonna play tonight?
No, because they say he's limited on like on court shooting drills. Okay. I don't think he's playing tonight, so they have to win tonight in order.
They have to win tonight.
So if they don't win tonight,
I don't know what the fuck to say. That's all I'm gonna say. If they don't win tonight, if they lose on purpose, and Curry comes game 6, then that will be a whole different ball game. Because it's different if Curry's on the field. That's what I be telling people. It's different.
It is, but then again, like Randall's been stepping up a lot. Like that's
like that team. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like, as much as I'm a hater, I like him better in Minnesota than I liked him in the Knicks.
I think it was best. I think he was better fit for. I think he's a better fit for the Timberwolves, what they doing. Because with the Knicks, it's like it was the injuries, plus I think with this roster now, I don't think he would have been moving the needle so much.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
but I just feel like in the Knicks, they just kept over making him too tired, and the coach over there just making everybody play for 40 minutes a game and stuff like that. And he really didn't have like his type of shine. Like out of everybody who got traded in New York, I was not expecting Randall to leave. That's all I'm saying. Just like with the other guy who left, he was there for like 2 days, and then he went to the Timberwolves. They were all trying to make him like the Nova. Yeah, like they were trying to do like the Nova thing, and it didn't really work for real because they were just like, nah, we need to get Cat. Bye. I'm just like, damn, y'all didn't even give him a chance for real.
First of all, he's still being contributed for the Timberwolves, but besides the playoffs, I have to admit, I definitely predicted this whole Mavericks getting
really
pick. It's crazy because we was pre-recording it, and I definitely spoke on. I believe that the Mavs are gonna get it because you gotta save your GM legacy somehow, and you trade away your franchise.
That was a dumbass trade, though. Like, let's just be honest.
It was. It was a bad. It's a bad trade. Because on shock value, it's a bad trade because you giving up Luka.
Your face player.
And it wasn't like the trade wouldn't have been bad if he would have got Austin Reeves too.
Yeah, I agree.
If you would at least got somebody at least decent enough in return, then it would be like, okay, it's not too bad.
Exactly.
But it's like you didn't even try to like get their whole draft. Like I would have finagled their whole future.
And here's the thing about the Mavs that I do not appreciate. I tell people this all the time. When I first got the text saying, "Oh, they traded Anthony Davis for Luka," at first I said, "Oh, Shams is hacked. Shams is hacked." That's what I thought. And then when they posted it on the Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, ESPN, I said, "Oh shit, what is going on?" Because I'm just like, I don't know what in your mind thought that was smart to trade your star player who helped you get to the finals, something that has not been done since done in a very long time. Since Dirk, correct? Has it been since Dirk? Right. It's been since Dirk. He helped y'all go to the finals, even though he did not win it. And then you hold him out of multi-millions of dollars. He was supposed to get the highest paid contract in the summer. My name's Summer. In the summer. Y'all hold that man. Now he just bought his wife a push gift, a new house. They just had a new baby. Now they got to start over in LA. Granted, he's going to sign a 4-year. That's great. I'm not knocking that. That's great. But instead of, what would you rather have? 260 million or 350?
I'm going to go with the 350 million.
Hello? I don't like that GM. I do not. But here's the thing. Him getting death threats and all of that was out of line.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody that's in politics talking about it, when they'll be like, "Ooh, Donald Trump, let's talk about Luka," and just made it about Luka. That was kind of out of line. But that GM, he's going to regret this one day. Granted, they got Cooper Flag. But y'all had Luka. Now y'all got to start over.
The only way I would debunk that theory of saying it's not going to look bad on him if Luka don't win a title in LA.
But what if he does? Then you're going to feel like an idiot.
If he does, but it depends on when that title comes.
Exactly. It's going to come. It's going to happen. They're going to do something during the summer.
Years later, like if it's like years, like 5+ years later, I kind of want to look at like he lost the trade because it's like the window for him to win a title to make Nico look bad would be in that 3-year period. Because a lot of GMs don't have like a lot of time being at the helm unless they build a roster. Now, it all depends on how the Lakers go about it. Because what if the Mavs come out and they become like a team that's always competing every year, and the Lakers just struggling to get by?
And you are absolutely correct.
Then it's like, did Nico really win the trade? Like shock value, we look at Nico like, the fuck is you doing?
That's what I said.
But we gotta see how it plays out long term. Because I remember, matter of fact, I'll give you a perfect example. The Clippers trading away SGA.
That was a retarded thing.
At the time, and I had this debate, at the time, it was a great fucking trade. Because it was like, you get Paul George, Kawhi. You got to think about it. This is 2019 now. So for the people who sit here saying, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, let's rewind back to 2019. OKC, Paul George had like an MVP season.
He did.
Them OKC years. So Paul George was back being Paul George. Kawhi just coming from bringing the title to Toronto. So both of them is in the Clippers uniform. Wow. This shit was the most hype ever.
You're right.
Now, long term now, we're looking at like, damn, the Thunder really played chess because they knew we're going to get these young guys here. We're going to get all these draft picks. And the great thing about it, we know we can build through the draft. And like, and the good thing I like about the Thunder knew if it didn't work this time, we could really go rebuild again. Cause we got the picks. So
they're very smart.
It's smart. It's because Sam Presti knew what he was doing. See, a lot of teams with GMs, like, you gotta know how to finagle your way to get these picks.
And finesse.
Because, like, look at the Nets. Like, the Nets can really make moves.
They just
get star players. It's just with the Nets, it's like they don't have no clear direction of where the team is going. Because right now they either in a rebuild or they're unsure where they're trying to go with the team. Because like now with the lottery just passed, like if I'm the Spurs, I'm going for fucking Giannis.
Big own it. I still don't even know. He's been loyal. He got him a ring. He won 2 MVPs. His accolades speak for himself. But at the same time, I would hate to be in a first round and get knocked out by Halliburton year after year and always being a first round exit. So something has to change. I feel like the Bucks did not really appreciate that man the way they should have. No. Mind you, Dame went down. They didn't do the good amount of adjustments for them to fix things. And I just feel like he needs to go somewhere where he is appreciated. He needs to go somewhere where they're going to win or have a chance to win. Now, do not be surprised if Giannis goes to LA, New York, or a place that actually has a chance to actually make it to a championship. It would not be surprising if he goes somewhere in the West.
I think he would probably take his time to the West because when you look at certain teams, I think you got to look at what the package they're going to look like. The reason why the Spurs is an easy destination because the Spurs, you add the number 2 pick and another first round pick, which that already gonna help you with leverage.
Okay.
Then when you trade players, Jeremy Shan, Keldon Johnson, Devin
Okay.
Vassell in that package. So now you gotta trade these 2 3s, but you're getting Giannis in return. You can keep Castle. If you keep Castle, that's
I like
perfect.
Castle. I like
Keep
Stephon Castle. I like
Castle.
Castle.
You keep Castle. Now you got Castle, Fox, and Wemby there. You can
Okay.
bring Giannis there because then again, you gotta look at it. Free agents come around. You can get these vet guys to come to San Antonio and want to play with Wemby and over there at San Antonio. Because one thing I would say, like, you gotta respect the Spurs organization. Like, they never had nothing bad. Nobody don't really have nothing bad to say about the
Yeah.
Spurs organization. So that's why I think the Spurs might be at the top of the list. I think another team that I think could go for them would be the Rockets
I was about to say that. I was about to
because
say
the
that. The Rockets.
Rockets have picks, they have players, young players that they might consider trading away. You know, you got the Jabari Smith. You might have to make that tough decision. Like you
Yeah.
might have to,
Somebody got to go. A good player got to go.
you might have to let go of Jalen Green.
No, they're not gonna. No, he's the star. He's not. They're not gonna let. It's just like if he say he goes to
He
Boston. Say they shake the table and he go to Boston. They are. You telling me that if Giannis goes to Boston, that Jason and Jaylen Brown are gonna go? They're not gonna do that. They have to get rid of like Porzingis or Drew, as much as this hate. I hate saying this. Drew may gotta go. Derek White may go. They're not gonna get rid of the star. Jalen Green is the star of the Rockets. I don't think they're gonna get rid of him.
I would say it's more Sagoon being the star
You say who?
Sagoon
Okay, well, okay,
because
we can agree and disagree.
that based off this past series, Sagoon was the one that
Yeah, he was the GOAT.
showed why his value is more. Him and Amin Thompson was the two that made look clear that their value is more than what Jalen Green is going to be to them. Because you know Jalen Green was your top pick. Jalen Green wasn't. Jalen Green isn't performing like that superstar that you need him to be. Like
Yeah.
Al Shagoon is Shagoon's stepping up, Thompson stepping up. I think when you look at Giannis, and this is where when people say, "Well, why you could go to the Boston is already in a bad situation where like you're not gonna have Porzingis or Drew Holiday,
Exactly.
so you
It's just
already
like
gonna
they
have them two, and if you trade for Giannis,
you're gonna have to take some draft picks. You gotta
you're gonna
somebody gotta
know,
go.
but you're gonna have to kind of take a star player because you can't. They not see some team like the Bucks is gonna ask for a star player because they not
Exactly.
teams
And
is
the
not.
Bucks are already dumb, in my opinion, because I knew that they were. You want to know where the Bucks' downfall was? And I have this discussion with people all the time. Their downfall started when they got rid of Drew and gave him to us. I said, "What the hell were you thinking?" Because it wasn't all Giannis when they won that ring. Drew had a part in that too. I don't want to hear it was all Giannis. It's all Giannis. I'm like, y'all don't know ball for real. If y'all watch
I know.
those games, Drew had a plan in it. I said, when I got that notification years ago, I said, oh, I must not, maybe I'm too tired. Looked at it again, and I knew that the Bucks traded them off. I said, y'all are stupid. Y'all dumb.
Yeah, it's because with the
That's when the
Bucks, I think
downfall started.
it's because the moves they made is like where you benefit. Like when you let go of Drew that first year going to the playoffs, okay, they ain't do too well. But then I think another downfall was when you got Dame. I think the idea of Dame and Giannis together was a great
Yeah.
idea. I think early on when you had the coaching issue and then
Yeah.
you bring in Doc Rivers, I think
Yeah.
it's kind of tough because now you got Doc Rivers trying to install this style of play, and then you go into the playoffs where like unfortunately the Pacers like over time they was getting better, like
They've been getting better. I'm not listening.
so it's like it's tough when like you have a team like the Pacers who consistently always knocking you out the playoffs, or like the Celtics knocking you out, or the Heat knocking you out. It's just like
It's always those three. It's always the first round.
it's tough. It's tough, but like it kind of goes where it's most of the time it's not on Giannis. Sometimes it's either injuries plague a roster or like guys is not stepping up. That's why when people was like today, when people want to blame Donovan Mitchell, but I'm like, I can't really get mad at Donovan Mitchell because he's coming in dropping 30 a game. What more can
Exactly.
he do? He's only one man. Like he didn't drop 50 and they still lost. But when
Exactly.
you look at the whole sequence of that play, Ty Jerome could have got the rebound, but he didn't get the rebound. He let Halliburton get the rebound and then made that play on him. So it's just like certain things like you can't really get too mad about. And then I seen, people say, well, Jimmy Butler led his team to the finals twice.
He did.
Different type of player. Cause like Jimmy Butler is a guy that we know what he's capable of. Jimmy Butler, that first finals run, COVID, it's amazing.
That was phenomenal. I'm not even gonna hold you. I give credit when it's due. He eliminated my Celtics. I was hurt, but I knew it had to
But,
happen.
but that second run to the finals against Denver, like that run he had to go through, like he had to face the Celtics. Then you had to go against New York. Like that was a tough series. That wasn't like no, oh, he was just blowing them out. No, he went to game sevens. Those are tough, but you need players around you that's gonna contribute. So that's why I feel like sometimes where certain players, certain star players get, critique, it's like, come on, man, you gotta look at the other players on the roster too.
Speak
And
on it.
coaching plays a part too. So hopefully, man, we'll see what is gonna happen this summer because even Kevin Durant is gonna be up in the air when it comes to trades too.
Oh, he leaving Phoenix. He leaving Phoenix.
I think he need to leave Phoenix. There's a lot of guys that need to change scenery. Like I want Zion Williamson to leave New Orleans. I
You
think
said you want who?
Zion Williamson to leave New Orleans.
There's rumors saying that he's leaving. And you want to know what I heard whispers about? I heard whispers. The Celtics are trying to find another big. They're saying they kind of want Kevin Durant. Now, if that happens, that's going to be crazy. Because they're saying that they want KD back in the East. If he goes to Boston, I'm sad. I'm going to have to fly to Boston to see KD if that is the case.
Oh, it's just tough because like it's just certain teams. It's just like we. It's just
Boston's
like
not that bad the way people predict it to be.
it's just because when we look at cap space wise, like the Celtics is hitting more
Uh-huh.
with the salary cap more than anything. Cause looking at the guys we have on contract that's going to that next season, Tatum already,
He
Tatum's
just signed a
already
big contract.
that big contract is gonna start. So now it's like, wow, like what can you do about that? Because it's just like that's gonna hit soon. Then you're gonna have guys like Jalen Brown in the 50 category, and then it's just too many. You got roster where it's Kevin Durant want to go to the Celtics. There's a lot of teams that people got. You got to figure out, do they even want to go to these teams? Because some teams it's like I don't see it happen. It
Yeah.
may
It wouldn't be
sound good.
surprising me if he goes back to the Warriors, though.
I don't think he would. If he go back to the Warriors, it gotta be like the last hoorah, like
Yeah.
try to get a title. If he goes to a team, it has to be a team that is really in contention to go for a
Yeah.
title that
Yeah.
year. It can't be no we got this guy, but we ain't gonna have this guy. I think what the Celtics problem is you're not gonna have Tatum for the whole year, so it's kind of like him and JB. But then when you bring Tatum back, it's like, is that gonna work? Because that was a problem before where he was out the whole year and Kyrie was the only guy for Brooklyn, and then you get James Harden, and then when they
Yeah.
was on the court together, look good, but
It wasn't good. It
it
wasn't
wasn't
working.
good. Yeah, because it's tough. The Phoenix situation, if it was just him and Booker, that's fine. But ownership and the GM fucked up because they went and go trade for fucking Bradley Bill, which nobody would have never fucking done. I would have never fucking done that. Even in 2K, I wouldn't even fucking do that. So why the fuck you trade for Bradley Bill thinking you about to get this superstar Bradley Bill when he was already out most of the fucking his career with injuries? So
Exactly.
it's just we just gonna see how this free agency plans out because it's gonna be interesting.
Because guess
It,
what? If we really are funky and we really think about it, he got a no trade clause. So no matter what y'all niggas do, even I don't care how much y'all want Giannis, Bill may not be able to leave for real because he got that no trade deadline clause. So he's really listen. I'm not a hater. I want everybody to win, but I just feel like with Bradley Beal, when he be playing, sometimes he really doesn't do his full potential the way he used to.
nah,
I want to watch what I say, but I just feel like most games like he be rooting for the other team. I'm just like, bro, like what the fuck?
nah, you ain't lying. You is not
I be
lying.
hurt. I hate rooting for people who don't allow me to root for them the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of course, of course.
I'm hurt.
Um, Before we go to NFL, we have to dive into WNBA since it's starting this weekend. I'm excited for the WNBA because let me tell you, I got my fantasy draft tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. So this
I know
fantasy
you about to
league
cut
I'm
up.
in, oh, I'm ready. I've been already scouting. I'm out here already peeping who I want on my roster. Hopefully, I'm in a good draft pick in the middle of the draft because I hope I get some good picks, man. Because
It's gonna happen.
I got some sleepers that I
Really.
feel like it's gonna do some great things.
I can't wait for the. You know what? It's funny that you said that. I'm starting to get into WNBA little by little. Someone's been like,
I'm
just give it a
telling you,
chance. Give it
I'm,
a chance.
I'm
Cause like
telling you,
my
these
dad
boys
likes the Las
watch it.
Vegas Aces. Like my dad likes the Aces. So I'm like, you know what? I've always liked Asia Wilson. Always liked her. I've always thought she was bad. Loved her. Love her down. But you know what? I'm going to give it more chance. I want to see the game on Saturday with Reese versus Caitlin. That's going to be a bloodbath. Literally. I love my girl Rakia. Bad. Love her. Love her
I ain't
down.
gonna lie. I love.
Yeah.
First of all, shout out to that football player for the Falcons, James Pierce Jr. I wasn't
Yeah.
familiar with your game. I wasn't familiar with your game, okay, sir. I wasn't familiar. This guy, this
Mm.
guy, this guy was shooting. This guy hit triple double while even getting on the court. Yeah. So, who's your favorite basketball player? Kid Jackson. Oh, my man's is doing the triple double. I see you, boss. Um, I'm excited for this WNBA season because
Mm-hmm.
I think with this WNBA season, we're gonna get a Caitlin Clark that's well rested now.
Oh, she up.
So
She up now.
so now like we're about to see Caitlin Clark might show her dominance and her will going into this first game against the Chicago Sky. Um, and this is just me just saying this, but like Angel, we need you to make these layups, sis. I'm sick and tired of seeing you miss these layups, man. Like I'm getting sick and tired of going TikTok. And I'm trying to defend you, sis. And they keep sending me TikToks and you missing layups, sis. I don't need that.
At
Okay?
least she's
I'm
good
trying
at
to be
rebounding.
positive. Now, let me tell you.
She's good at rebounding.
Now, when it comes to bet sports bet, guys, look, I ain't shit. I'll put her for my 10 rebounds ticket.
Me too.
Look,
Over
look,
rebounds.
look.
Over.
She gonna get the fucking rebounds. I'm like, hell yeah, cash me out, sis. Cash
Me
me out.
too. Listen to me. To the people who do parlays out there, if you see Angel Reese and it says rebound 10 plus, always go up, okay? Because she don't do it. That girl will
Indeed.
be doing layups and then picking up the rebound. That's one parlay I know I will hit.
I ain't gonna lie. I need to see her play live.
Yeah,
I
me too.
definitely.
If she comes to Atlanta when they do the Atlanta Dream, I got it. Listen, I gotta go. I gotta go to a game. Got to.
Pow Pow is my sleeper. I hope she's available in my draft. Because I'm definitely getting her. Like that's my
She
favorite.
bad. I love her.
Like I ain't gonna lie, yo, not to be that guy. But I want to know: is there male groupies in the WNBA? I really want to know because that's a question I really want to know because like I might be in that demographic. Like let me try a graph, boo.
And I can't wait to see what's that girl who just got drafted? Her versus Kate. Her versus Caitlyn.
Oh, Paige Becker.
Paige. I can't wait. It's gonna be her versus. Because let's be real. Before there was a Caitlyn, if Bunkers never would have gotten injured, she would have been the blueprint. I tell people that all the time. She would have been
You're
the
not
Nikki. She
lying.
would have been that star.
You are not lying at all whatsoever.
Hello, I tell people this all the time. I said before there was a Caitlyn Clark, there was Paige.
No.
If she never would have, I don't wish injuries on nobody. If she never would have gotten injured, she would have been the star. She would have been the star.
Oh, 100%.
I feel like she was robbed of that.
Oh yeah, she definitely was, but you know, hey, all I know is she doing great right now with
exactly. Paige, get your lick back, girl. Get your lick back.
So we're gonna see how that goes going forward, man.
Listen, the people I'm rooting for, anything Asia. I'm rooting for Rakia because I love her so much. I'm rooting for Angel. I'm rooting for Caitlyn. And I'm rooting for Paige. Those are my top 5 right now.
All right. I can respect that top 5. I can respect that top 5.
And anywhere Kaiser Ray goes, I hope they pick her up. I like her. She's growing on me. I like her too. Those are my top 6.
All right, so enough about WNBA. Man, we gotta jump in the NFL.
Yeah, we
I
about to be
know
eating.
I know we had the schedule release happening today. We probably ain't gonna talk about the every team schedule because they're releasing it little by little. But the ones that we do know so far, I mean, Christmas Day. Well, first of all, open the season off. I hate these motherfuckers. Why would y'all set us up like that? Like first game, oh, defending Super Bowl champion Eagles go against Cowboys.
Nobody asked for that.
Like why we gotta
That's
be
gonna
number
be so
one?
boring.
The reason why, and it's crazy because I know everybody wondering, Chris, you're a Cowboys fan. Why you don't like it?
Yeah.
Because one, it's like, why us? Y'all couldn't get no other team.
No other good team. No shade.
It's not even about the being good. Now it's just like, is it because we got the George Pickens and we moving the needle
I
to
think that's
have
why.
a,
I
I
think that's
think
why.
I think that's probably why.
I
I
think
think
because they
they
know that
feel
he's a
like
crash out, and that's why they want y'all to see how he can crash out in
I
Philly.
ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like that we got YN in the locker room. I ain't gonna lie. Kind of like it. Like
I've always
popular
been fond
opinion.
of him.
I respect it because I'm gonna tell you. Cause everybody think, oh, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's gonna work. I'm gonna tell you what he coming into. He coming into a locker room where he knows he's not the number one.
He's
He
not.
knows this is a contract year, so he knows you gotta come in, head down, and be ready to work because you want to make a good impression so that by the time you're done with this season and you go to free agency, you can get the big bag. So this season, I think if he crash out, it's gonna be towards Dak, just helping them
It is. And you want to know
get
something
better.
crazy? I knew y'all were insane for Cowboys. No shade. I knew that y'all were insane when y'all did not sign Derrick Henry because I feel like he wanted to be with y'all. All he asked for was
Oh
$15
my
million.
God.
That is nothing. Y'all said, and I quote, we didn't have the money. Yes, y'all do.
So
All of the
so
money
let
y'all
me
have.
so let me explain that. So for the people who don't know, I would give Jerry Jones credit for scouting talent and drafting talent. I would give Jerry Jones that. But when it comes to contract negotiations,
That man ass.
it is horrible. Dumpster
Ass.
juice. Because let me tell you, you could have had I think the problem was he could have had Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb contract out the way, which you could have opened the doors to get Derrick Henry. The problem was you either had to get Derrick Henry, pay Derrick Henry, but then you have to worry about, oh, well, you got CD and Dak contract and Micah the next year. So what you gonna do about that? So then it's like, where do you go from there? And it's like, personally, I think they need to do better with contract negotiations
Speak on
because
it.
now, Micah going his final year's contract, get a fucking deal done by training camp. Because by then, you get a deal done by training camp, boom. Anybody else that gets signed a big ass deal, that's their business. That's where I think a lot of teams fuck up at. If you see the market changing, that's why I think the Bengals is about to fuck themselves over because got Jamar Chase. Like Jamar Chase,
Well, he
big bag.
deserves that though.
He's
He
gonna
deserves
get a big bag, and you got kind of need to pay him that bag
he deserves that
because
bag though.
he in the season where y'all didn't make the playoffs and he fucked around and like led the NFL in all three categories. Like that's fucking huge.
That is amazing. He
So
deserved all that bag. He deserved all the bag and more. I know he's a part of my division rival, but I will give credit when it's due. Every time he is on that field, he gives it his all. Remember when the Bengals were on a run and all they needed to do was depend on the Chiefs to win against the Broncos? So the Chiefs brought Carson Wentz and they played trash and ass that last game. Let's be real. The Chiefs did not want to run a fade with the Bengals again. That's why they put Carson and all of the special teams on there. They didn't want to play Joe Burrow again because they knew they would have gotten their ass tore.
and what's funny is, um, we had playoff hypothetical one time,
Yeah.
and we were talking about how if the Bengals would have made the playoffs, their first game would have been against the Bills.
They
So
would have won
this
that too.
there had been Josh Allen and the Bills versus Joe Burrow and the Bengals. They beat them. The next team you had to face would have been the Chiefs.
They would have won that.
You would beat the Chiefs, then you had to face the Ravens again a third
And
time.
they would have gotten tore. They would have gotten tore up. I'm sorry.
This year would have been kind of a crazy year in the AFC because then we would have been witnessing like, wow, we're really witnessing a great fucking season of
Exactly.
a turnaround.
Joe Burrow deserved all the praise because those last 5 games, those last 6 games, he went on run, a run, and whooped everyone's ass. And I as a hater, I gotta give credit when it's due. He ate that. I was really looking forward to them actually making the playoffs because if they would have won the playoffs and they would have played the Bills, as much as I like Josh Allen, Josh would have lost that, and then he would have to play Patrick Mahomes. Patrick would have lost. I'm sorry. Because that Bengals, that's a new team. When they were on that run, that's a different team. Patrick would have lost that one. And I tell people this all the time. The only reason why they played Carson is because they know he does not compare to Patrick. And they lost on purpose because they did not want to see Joe Burrow on the street. They were afraid. I don't want to hear, oh, they're on a break. No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. They did it because they did not want that fade.
You ain't playing. You stop business, boy.
I'm just getting real. They did not want to fade. They did not want to run that fade. That's the only reason why they played Carson and everybody on special teams, which was smart. You don't want to play me, so that's why you put your ops on there.
Yo, speaking of which, another thing that stood out in this NFL schedule, um, we gotta play against the Chiefs on Thanksgiving. Like, come on, man.
That's
They're
gonna be
making
funny.
like why y'all doing this to me, man?
That's gonna be funny.
Like I'm just trying to have good food with family and friends. Like, come on, dog. Y'all really affected my mental health, NFL. Y'all doing that. And then Christmas Day, Chiefs versus the Broncos. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like that game.
That's gonna be fire. That's gonna be fire.
That's gonna be pretty dope.
Chiefs have no days off. They playing both back to back.
Nah, they are playing back to backs though. It's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be funny.
Then that Saturday games. You got Green Bay versus Chicago, Philly going to Washington. I need to make that trip there.
And Philly and Washington, that's gonna be fire. Jaden Daniels trying to get his lick back. Because that would have been amazing if Jaden Daniels would have waited to the Super Bowl as a rookie.
It would have been a great documentary, a great
Hello,
movie.
speak on
I would
it.
have watched it.
Me too.
Um, so I want to get your opinion on this matter.
What opinion?
How did you feel about the NFL draft?
The NFL draft. Can I be honest? It gave me so much heartburn. There are a couple of teams I have to bring to the front. There's a couple of teams that need to come.
Last episode, I definitely named the Giants, the Saints, and the Steelers. Those was my three teams I wanted to bring to the front. The
Okay.
Giants, I'm gonna give you a little bit of leeway, Giants, only because this is probably be the last year we see Joe Shine and fucking Dable. This is probably the last season. So I don't give a fuck what happens next. That's all on them. But the Saints,
Disappointment. Disappointment. There's a couple of teams that gonna have to come to the front. Number one, we're gonna talk about the garbage ass Steelers. Number one, where is y'all quarterback? Y'all had a chance to
Aaron
get a
Rodgers.
quarterback.
Aaron Rodgers.
Y'all had a chance. Y'all could have drafted Shedeur in round 1. If the Browns were gonna wait 5 rounds, y'all should have said, "Ooh, let's shake the table." Y'all need a quarterback. Your quarterback is now is in the New York Giants. He's a Giant now. You don't have no quarterback.
And the Jets, because they let go of Justin Fields.
Exactly.
When they
And
could
the
have kept
Jets.
them.
What's not clicking? What's not clicking? Y'all need a quarterback, and you're telling me because y'all pride is not to the side that you're gonna just skip on getting Shedeur? As a Ravens fan, I would have even went to a Steelers game to see Shedeur. And I'm the biggest Steelers hater. The second person that needs to come see me and come to the front is the Browns. That's the second team. I get it. They got him. I'm not mad at that. But it took you niggas 5 rounds to get that nigga. And then on top of that, did you see how everybody's reaction was when they got him? Did you see their reaction?
Oh,
they were
no.
just like not happy to get him.
Oh, no. I totally get it. Because let me tell you what's funny about the Brown situation. And this is why the NFL and the Browns, this is why I love when things like this happens, because all of a sudden y'all trying to market the fuck out of Shedeur Sanders.
But let's not act like he didn't have a good run on his senior year of college.
I'm gonna tell you why. This is why I believe, and this is my theory.
All right,
in my
speak
opinion.
on it.
I think the problem is they have a problem with his dad. There's no doubt about it. They have a problem with Deion Sanders. Deion's brash.
Okay.
Shedeur Sanders coming in, he's a confident quarterback.
He's confident. So confidence is arrogance now?
And then
if I'm confident in my ability, does that make me arrogant? If I said, let me give you a great example. I say I'm very confident that I can whoop anyone's ass in any video game. Like, let me give you an example. I'm very confident with a lot of training, I can whoop anyone's asses in Naruto. And I say that humbly and I say that confident. Does that make me arrogant? No. That little boy is not arrogant. He's confident that he's a good quarterback. And his resume speaks for it. Just because he does this with his watch all the time, that makes him arrogant.
And let me paint the picture for a lot of these people who say, oh, they know how to analyze quarterbacks. So let me break down what Shedeur was able to accomplish, right? You know, a lot of times people confidence offends a lot of people insecurities.
Right.
That's the word that I always remember. So his first 2 years, he's at Jackson State.
Mm-hmm.
Despite getting sacked 58 times, he made Jackson State HBCUs get more publicized, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Deion them. I know as an HBCU graduate, I appreciate what Deion did, putting the light on HBCUs. Did I think he was going to stay a long term? No. Because in any career as a coach, I think the problem is that people want to put labels on one guy, which he did speak on it. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you're somebody that knows about coaching and knows about elevating in your career, he was going to do that. Then he goes to Colorado, a team. First of all, for the people who sit here and make it seem like Colorado was this big known school. Colorado, last time I remember Colorado being good was like in the early 2000s, like 2001, 2002, or 2004. 2 decades went by, and all of a sudden, Coach Prime get there and Shedeur get there. He got sacked so many times, but look at them fucking stats. With a bad offensive lineman. Now you gave him Alabama O-line. You gave him Oregon O-line. Shit, Shedeur could have fucked around and threw for 5,000, 6,000 passing yards. For real. He would have fucked around. He would have fucked around and looked like the motherfucking GOAT of college football was if he had linemen to protect them long enough. But people look at Colorado like, oh, they ain't play nobody. They not in control of their schedule. His first year, it was the last year of the Pac-12, which was by far probably the best year the Pac-12 ever had when it came to quarterbacks.
Speak on it.
You had Caleb Williams, you had Bo Nix.
They had the stars
Cam
out there.
Ward.
They had the stars.
You know, you had great fucking quarterbacks in that year. And then you go to the Colorado go to the Big 12. The Big 12 ain't really that good. Apparently, every fucking week they was on the schedule. Well, Bad Niles had them as the underdog. UCF was this school that was supposed to blow their ass out. Well, they blew out UCF. Well, UCF ain't really that good. We moved the goalpost so many times for every time Colorado do something. And that was the thing that made me mad. Like, we continue to move the goalposts for certain players.
Speak on it.
But then if it's other players, and I don't really bring the race card, but if it was another player that had the same attitude and everything, oh, it's just confidence. Oh, he's a game changer. And Shedeur not. But coincidentally, you know, from seeing reports and sources, he's actually doing pretty good in rookie minicamp.
Oh, he's doing really good. They're all gonna have to fight.
So
for that top spot.
You bet your sweet ass. If he becomes a starter for the fucking Browns, if I'm ownership, you should be happy as shit. Because he about to make the fucking Browns so relevant.
Exactly. Because let's keep it real.
Like
the last time the Browns were relevant was James Winston and Joe Flacco. That was the last time they were actually relevant. Remember when Joe Flacco first came back to the Browns and they went on a run and they made it to the playoffs? That's why I will never say nothing disrespectful about him because he got my ratings a ring in 2012. I will never disrespect him. But the way he heard y'all saying, oh, he's washed, he went on a 7-game run. Granted, he got out of the first round, but he went on a 7-game run and helped them got to the playoffs. The last time that the Browns were relevant was with James Winston. That's it. And Joe Flacco. That's it. My thing is this. All 5 of them are going to fight to see him, Kenny Pickett, and those other 2 quarterbacks, plus Joe Flacco. They're all going to fight and see who's going to be number 1. But the team that I am disappointed of right now that needs to come see me and step to the front of the podium is the New Orleans Saints. Because Derek Carr. No, wait. Let me cook real quick. Derek Carr got injured. He got re-injured. Y'all knew that something was going down. In my mind, if I was a general manager, my mind would say, you know what? Let's do it for the culture. Let's get Shedeur. But who did y'all bring in? Please remind me. Y'all brought in a couple other quarterbacks who are great. I'm not knocking talent, but y'all know y'all did that on purpose. Now y'all have a quarterback room that's guaranteeing you to be the number 1 draft pick in the draft next year. No shade. No shade.
I'm gonna make it even more better. if y'all think Archie leaving college after this season, what if Archie don't leave this season? Y'all about to tank for fucking no reason.
Yeah, they are. They are. And they're doing all this rebuilding. Y'all could have rebuilt with Shador. In my mind, this is the reason why the Saints and the Steelers, they got something in common. They both don't got no sense because the GMs don't got no sense. Come to the podium. We're not going to jump you. We're not going to talk. We're not, listen, come to the podium. We just want to talk. In y'all mind, what in y'all mind said we're going to pass on Shador when y'all don't have no quarterback? Steelers, your quarterback left. Saints, y'all quarterback's injured. Y'all have similar things. That should have clicked and said, oh, we're going to get Shador, someone who's young, someone who could build the brand since we're rebuilding. Not a quarterback who's 27, who plays decent. I'm not knocking his talent, but if I had to choose between him and Shador, I'm choosing Shador because he can build the brand up. And he had a really good senior year. No shade.
Nah,
those are the top 3 teams I'm pissed off of right now. Those are the top 3 teams that piss me off.
I think I'm more pissed off. I'm more pissed off with the Saints.
Me too.
Anything, because with the Saints, it's like
they trash. They ass.
I would say Steelers and Saints had neck and neck because I think with the Steelers, they never planned post Big Ben. I don't think they planned for life after Ben. That's why I feel like certain teams put themselves in a certain dynamic where it's like they not that good. Like the Saints didn't plan life after Drew Brees.
I agree.
I don't think they were even prepared for that. Yeah, Derek Carr, but like if Derek Carr was known to have injury problems, you gotta start looking forward to another quarterback. Ownership apparently loves Spencer Rattler. All right, cool.
So but let's be real. When he did play, he's 0-6.
Hey,
sorry to tell you, 0-6 is not good.
Well, they say that's their fucking guy. I mean, I can't do nothing about it because that's their fucking guy. So
now it's gonna be a meh quarterback room.
They got the guy that looked like an IG model in his media day picture.
That man looked like somebody off of WWE.
You got Spencer Rattler, which Spencer Rattler is a mediocre quarterback. Then you got Tyler Shaw, who they say, well, he has experience. Anybody can look good when you're 26 going against 18 and 19-year-olds. That's like me. That's like me going to play basketball against 10 and 12-year-olds, and I'm out here getting 30 or 40 easy.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I'm older than them. What the fuck? Like so yeah, it's just interesting how this draft played out. But I can't wait to see when the whole schedule release.
At 8:00.
All I know is at 8:00, and this is before the schedule release, guys. So we want to recap of the games that we know so far.
Oh yeah.
But in my personal opinion, my highest ceiling for my Cowboys is wild card appearance. That's my highest ceiling. My lowest ceiling would be 5 games won. But my realistic expectations.
Realistic expectations.
8 and 9. 8 and 9 or 9 and 8.
You ain't got no faith in your team, man.
See, it comes a time when you're a Cowboys fan. It comes a time when you have to realize you can't get too down.
Yeah. Y'all be disappointing me.
Because see, when I was a little kid and I started watching football, my feelings was up here about the Cowboys. I was a big Romo guy. I ain't gonna lie. I was live and die Tony Romo. I was defending Tony Romo till the day I die. I even got emotional when he made that speech talking about, man, he had to lead the game. I ain't gonna lie.
Lord Jesus.
I was a Tony Romo. Yeah, I was a Tony Romo fan. Dak had to grow on me over time. He had to grow on me. And now it's like
I can't keep defending this man. I'm sorry.
Dak is like, how can I compare Dak and Cowboy fans?
I can't keep
Cowboy
defending.
fans, Cowboy fans, Dak is like the girl that like every now and then she makes you feel good
Y'all see
inside,
it.
and then be times where like you just have to hit the block button, like fuck out of here, you blocked. Like what the fuck was you doing? Like what was you thinking? Like they piss you off.
Yeah.
But then you just circle back around. Like every time I try to leave, like what's that chicken song? Every time I try to leave, something keep pulling
He's
me back.
calling me back, me back.
Yeah, that's what happens. It's like no matter how much we hate the playoff losses, we keep cheering. Believe is hope.
There's the thing, like there was one time y'all had a really good season, and then when y'all go round one, y'all just don't know what the fuck y'all doing. Like there was a time when it was like y'all played the Green Bay Packers like in 2023 in the first round and y'all got dragged. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Y'all just had an okay season.
It's just unfortunately,
It's unfortunate.
it's just situations where
Y'all gonna have to get rid of some people. That's it.
yeah.
If what's his face can stop being a crybaby and y'all just lock the fuck in, because I will admit y'all do have having some games where y'all do be surprising me, and I'm just like, oh damn, they can do it. They just need to have to put their minds to it. But it's just like y'all most of y'all receivers act like crybabies, and y'all just don't know what the fuck y'all be doing when the time's right.
But besides my team,
Oh, my team, listen to me. My thing
y'all
is this.
no, it's time to have that fucking discussion because
Okay,
I had
let's
this
have it.
debate with my friend that was a fucking Ravens fan. Like, hold on,
I am
it's
a
time.
Ravens fan.
It's time to
Baltimore
have
rise
that
up.
fucking discussion.
Let's have it.
Besides the MVPs, Dak and Lamar is like here when it comes to this playoff success.
Okay,
Like
my
we
thing is
going
this. I will agree,
without the
but
MVPs in the regular season, they right here at this playoff performances.
listen to
Cause
me. I'm
ain't
hurt.
no fucking way y'all sit here hyping all these other quarterbacks up. Nah, fuck that. I know he went to. I know he been to a conference championship, but we ain't gonna disregard like how he be looking like a shell of himself.
Listen, I'm hurt. I don't understand what be going on. I'm going to give Lamar benefit of the doubt because that is my quarterback. I'm going to support him till the wheels go off. I know he can do it. I know he can do it. And shout out to Lamar because funny story. I post a lot. His production team liked my post that I posted about him. So shout out to y'all. But anyway, that was like a really great day for me. I was like, oh, I know I'm the big shit. But anyway, playoffs, I don't know what the fuck be going on. Last playoff game, they need to get rid of Mark Andrews. I feel like if we get rid of him, we should be Gucci. You see how they get rid of
So
they
now
what's
y'all
his,
play with Mark Andrews for everything.
no, I'm not blaming him for everything, but that would have tied our game. And if it would have went overtime, we would have won that. I'm hurt by that. I get nightmares of how many people bullied me that day. Okay? I got bullied because of that. I love the Ravens. I'm gonna ride with them. I know Lamar can do it. I know he can do it with Baltimore. It's just that the playoffs, they need to get rid of that hump. I honestly believe that Derrick Henry is gonna get his first ring in Baltimore because let's be real, the Titans were not. He was never gonna win there. He's talented, but he was never gonna win there. They weren't building around him. He has a team he can build around. We see what they can do. They need to lock in during the playoffs and not blow leads, and then we could actually go somewhere. If they can do that, then I'll be more confident. I still love my team. I'm going to ride with them till the wheels go off. I love Lamar. I want him to win a ring because God knows he deserves it, but they need to want it. Those motherfuckers need to want it too. Okay? Because God knows if they win a ring next year or any other year before his contract's over, God knows they just going to have to block my Instagram of how bad I'm going to cut up. But my thing is this: they need to want it. They don't want it enough. If they can prove to me with all these draft picks that they got and all this new talent that they have, if they can lock in during training camp and everybody doesn't get injured and they can actually take care of themselves better, then I'll feel better. I'll feel better. I just wonder how this schedule is gonna release, because I want them to play Atlanta so I can go cut up in Atlanta.
Oh, see, you trying to be outside? That's crazy.
I'm trying to be outside, okay? Because God, listen, I'm gonna go to some games in Atlanta if the right team is there. I'm definitely going so I can act up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we don't endorse any, drinking. We don't endorse any,
Yeah, we don't do that.
bullshit that,
But have fun at the games, y'all.
Summer is doing a lot of things that you're not supposed to be doing. So if you're a kid and you're watching this, please tell your mom that do not be like this woman here, being outside for the wrong reasons.
Have fun, but be safe. I'm very safe.
But I'm gonna be honest, man. I posted a stat. I remember when they lost.
Y'all didn't let me hear that.
Back side to side with Dak and Lamar, and some people was agreeing it. Some people was agreeing with me. It's on our TikTok page. So hey, I ain't the one who clowned Lamar. Talk to the people who really believe that if Lamar don't win some shit, oh, he ain't safe.
Here's my thing. We're not going to compare Dak to Lamar. You need to compare Dak to Joel Embiid. Okay? I'm sorry to tell you. Because Lamar and Dak are not the same. They're not the same.
Nah. Two different. See, Joel Embiid is an MVP guy. That's more like Lamar, because right now, Lamar, if he's not winning in the playoffs, that record compared to Dak is not looking so different.
Here's my thing. I want Lamar to win a ring so bad. Like, I really am rooting for him. But he needs to want it.
Because, like, this is the problem I'm seeing in the debate now. Y'all keep going to the regular season, Lamar. Fuck that regular season. If he can't perform in the playoffs, he's just like Dak Prescott in the playoffs. He's not doing shit. And he has a good fucking team every year. I gotta stop giving him the scapegoat of like saying, well, he don't have receivers. He don't have this. You got Derrick fucking Henry now. There's no fucking excuses.
Yeah, you're right. I just can't wait for it. When's the first game? Isn't it September 4th?
Yeah.
Listen to me. I already got the day off. I'm going to get my snacks. Gonna get everything in order. Get my little couch ready for me to be on the prowl. And we're going to just go in with a prayer and Jesus.
Prayer and Jesus.
That's all we need. That's all us Raven fans need, because I really love Lamar. I've been following him for a long time. I love what he stands for. I love his game. He's different. But he needs to want it. It can't just be a regular season. It has to be playoffs. You can't play good in 16, 17 games in the regular season, but then in the playoffs, it just explodes. You can't do that. We need to go back to the drawing board, and we need to figure out what are the problems. Get rid of the problems in the offseason, and then when the regular season in September comes, we can be Gucci. But that's just my honest opinion. Put me in the court. Put me in the field. Let me be a coach somewhere. Let me be a motivational speaker. I'll apply for that. But my thing is this: Lamar, you have something to prove to all the haters and all of the crusty commentators that say bad about you and just say the wrong things. Like, what is that guy's name who has all these allegations about him? He has a bunch of allegations, but he talks so much bad about Lamar Jackson, but he doesn't even talk about the allegations he has on his head. What's his name? Come to the front, because I just want to talk.
What are you talking about? TV analyst? Oh, no. Shannon Sharpe?
No, not Shannon Sharpe. He has allegations on his head right now. Not Shannon Sharpe. He was sleeping with one of his coworkers. Help me. But you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Do
You be
I?
talking so bad about Lamar Jackson, but yet you got allegations on your head of sleeping with your coworkers.
Toy Mayor Acho?
Yes. No. What's his last name with an A? Him? Dark
Yeah,
skin?
yeah,
Yes.
Emmanuel.
Yes. I don't like him. Yeah, I don't like him. He always talks so negative about Lamar and everything. But what have you accomplished besides sleeping with what's her face? Nothing. You
All
haven't
right,
accomplished
all
shit.
right, all right, all right. We ain't gonna go too personal.
You're
We
right.
ain't
You're
go
right.
too personal now.
Let's continue.
But we gonna, but you know, we're gonna wrap up with this NFL segment. Go ahead and end the episode with, you know, hopefully, you know, Lamar can win in the fucking playoffs.
Yeah, because we're gonna come back to the conversation, man.
Oh, fuck yeah! Because if he don't do shit this playoffs, I'm coming back here with all this fire and
Okay.
be at your neck about it. Like,
But what if he does win a playoff, and what if he does make it? I'm coming for
to
that
a Super
ass.
Bowl,
I'm letting you know that.
win a Super Bowl.
If he makes it to a bowl, I'm coming for that
You
neck.
gotta win
I'm
that
letting you know
shit.
that.
You gotta win that shit.
Okay, but
You can't go just all the way there and don't win it. You gotta
okay,
win that
and
shit.
you're right. But when it does happen, and I guarantee you, every motherfucker on Instagram gonna have to block me, because if that does happen,
Oh,
I
you
will
can
be
talk your
the
shit.
biggest-
You can talk your shit.
I'm gonna talk about shit, and I'm gonna be
You
the
talking
biggest
shit.
asshole on the planet.
You can talk your shit. You can shut me the fuck up if you win the ring. You can shut me the fuck up. I'll be like, all right, bet. I wasn't
Remember that, and
familiar with this
don't block
game.
me. Remember this conversation, and don't block me.
Oh no, hey! I said what I said. It's just the postseason is questionable for me with Lamar. Regular season, amazing,
Phenomenal.
phenomenal. Postseason, it's like, fuck is we doing, Lamar?
Exactly. Like, what we doing? What's the
like that's
word?
how I feel.
How can I help? Come on.
So that's how I feel about Lamar. It's just the postseason bothers me the most. The regular season, he can win every accolade and that shit. I don't give a damn because I know he's electrified. But I need him to win in the playoffs. That's
Me
what
too.
matters to me.
That's what matters to me too.
So that's here nor there. But anyways, can't wait to see what the schedule release later today.
Are we gonna
Hopefully,
record when the schedule releases?
we can come next week. We can come back
All
next
right,
week.
bet,
But
bet, bet,
we
bet.
can bring it back next week and
Same time
discuss
next
it.
week.
Maybe. We gotta see. I gotta talk to my peoples, your peoples. You know, we gotta talk
Absolutely.
to agents and stuff. But
Agent, see how the money's looking.
but thank you again, everybody, for
Thank
watching.
you for having me.
You're welcome. And thank you for everybody who watching this episode today. Continue to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, post, comment, share with a friend, tell a friend to tell another friend to follow and subscribe to our YouTube page, and follow us on all social media platforms you see on this post today.
Yep.
I'm
Follow
Chris
me on
Ortega.
Instagram, TikTok, y'all. Follow me at Summer the Ninja. I'll follow you back. If you have a discussion or you want to talk about something, I'm great at debating, so DM me. I'm ready for it.
Y'all heard it here, folks. She want all the smoke.
I want all the smoke.
She want all the smoke, apparently. But in other news, thank you and see y'all next week for another episode of the Sport Aces Podcast.
Yes.